Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring out a man that has been kind enough to help raise money for the Ireland Cancer Center. I want to bring out James Trafficant. A big hand for James Trafficant, please.
Thank you, Mike.
You know, I really think you could have got a bigger hand than that, though, you know?
Well, this is Cleveland. You know, I'm usually indicted up here.
Yeah, I know.
Every time I come up here, somebody handcuffs me. I'm tired of it, Mike. You know, Ray Davis says you have that happen one more time and you won't be on the Trivisonno show anymore.
Yes,
I
understand completely.
I've had it up here.
Yes. Could we have a bigger hand for Mr. Trafficant, please?
Thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here. Quite frankly, I'm glad to be anywhere. I just come back from 7.5 years in art school. And when I'm done with my few short remarks, you will see some of the evidence of that. But anyway, I'm here with my beautiful wife, and I want her to stand up, Tish. And as Mike said, he was with his wife since he was 16. I met my wife when I was 16. And keep an eye on her. You got to. I was told to say a few funny things that happened when I was in Congress. And boy, there was a lot. But I have to share two real quick with you. One was when we were having this big debate, I think it was on foreign aid, and I was trying to cut foreign aid a little bit and direct some of that money back to our own cities. And the Congress was very adamant and very opposed to it, very belligerent. They started calling me names, and I sort of lost it, Mike. I referred to them as a bunch of political prostitutes. And when I did, so help me God, they jumped up like 100 wounded TV evangelists, demanding that my caustic remarks be stricken from the record for all eternity. So this old chairman come to me and he says, you know, Trafficant, he says, you get a lot of money down there for Youngstown. He said, now, why do you want to get all these people mad? Why don't you go ahead and apologize? So, Mike, this is memorialized in the congressional record, this particular apology. I said to all the members of the House of Representatives who were in fact offended by my remarks in referring to you as a bunch of political prostitutes, I apologize. And to all the members of the House of Representatives who were in fact not offended by my remarks in referring to you as a bunch of political prostitutes, I commend. And I walked out of there and they say, what the hell did he say? I can't stand that guy. Look at the way he dresses. I got outside, Mike, and there was this little TV crew. They put the microphone up under my face and said, tell us what you really feel. I said, I want to apologize to all the hookers in America for having associated them with the United States House of Representatives. And it felt so good. But I gave one little 1 minute last night, and Kurt said I should repeat it. You know, I'm known for those little 1 minute speeches. And I did one, was very unusual, Mike. All those years, I never did a limerick, a little rhyme. And my staff come to me and said, you're getting calls from all over the country. They want you to talk about it. I said, talk about what? They said, Lorena Bobbitt. I said, what? He said, I'm not kidding you, Lorena Bobbitt. So I constipated over it a little bit. And I went to the floor one day and they had an idea and I said, there once was a woman from Manassas. They got tired of all the hassles. Claiming she'd been raped by her spouse in her very own house. Went to the kitchen to get a knife, fully prepared to take her husband's life. But realizing that such a crime was much too heinous, decided instead to cut off his painless And I said painless because I didn't want to be ruled out of order. They wrote the congressional record penis, so help me God. And I didn't change it. I said, now, Mr. Speaker, I don't know if this man plays the piano, but from here on out, he'll sing like a soprano. And if he really, really did rape his wife, maybe, just maybe, he deserved that knife. I said, I now yield back any unfound body parts still missing here in Northern Virginia. And they got the hell out of there. I want you to know that that speech, honest to God, was faxed all over the world. I was in art school for 7.5 years. It was printed twice in the local papers in Washington. They just couldn't get over it. But anyway, I'm proud to be here. I'm here, basically, because of this guy. This is a great guy. Tremendous radio personality. I predicted a couple years ago that he'd be a national figure, and I think before it's over, he will. But one of the things I said is that I was in art school there for 7.5 years, and I heard Roger Green, the manager, yesterday, and I heard Gary Mincer, I heard Ray Davis say that his wife, Linda, was a saint, an angel. So I did a little something for Michael. Before I do, I said yesterday that I painted horses and women, and I'm all out of horses. So I brought up today to help out in an auction one of my paintings, and I'd like Kurt to bring it forward. I'm not playing with these women now. This is called the Sexy Shopper. For those of you who are thin-skinned, this was actually quite conservative for me. But that's the Sexy Shopper, and she is, in fact, to be auctioned off, and those proceeds to go to this great fund. Thank you, Kurt. And I'm hoping you look for that, and if you feel inclined, take a look at it and bid on it. It's for a good cause. But when all of these guys told me what a saint, I never met her, I did a painting for Mike. I did a painting for Mike, for his beautiful daughter, and his 2 great sons. Kurt, I want you to bring it out. I want you to come over here, Mike. I'm not a great artist. I tried to keep my sanity for 7.5 years. But I painted this on canvas, acrylic. I want you to show the audience. And that angel is for you, buddy. And God bless you, and I hope you continue to raise money for this worthy cause.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mike.
James Trafficant.